guys, I'm going to show you a little trick that I just learned about how to remove veneer tape, which, if any of you guys are into veneering, is sort of the bane of our existence. It's necessary in order to join two pieces of veneer, or at least for me, I've had a heck of a time getting it off. I usually spend more time removing the veneer tape than I do in any other part of the veneering process combined. But I just found a little trick that helps me out. I used to just get it wet, soaking wet, and then kind of use a card scraper to scrape it off. But I would always get worried that I was saturating the veneer too much and that somehow I would affect the glue bond. But this new method is a lot quicker, and it just worked really well. So check this out. I'm going to use an iron. I've got the iron set to hot or cotton, and I'm going to use water, but I'm going to use a certain kind of water. It's called zero water. It's a pitcher that filters out impurities, and the only reason I do that is because in some instances, if you use tap water or well water, tannins in the water or tannins in the veneer or wood can react with certain minerals, heavy metals in the water, and can actually stain the veneer. So that's why I use this water. It just comes out of a zero water pitcher. I would imagine like a Brita would work pretty well too. Distilled really is the best, but I don't have distilled water, so I'm doing this. All right, so what I got here is that the water, I got my iron here, and I've got my panel. And so what I'm doing is I'm just taking a clean cloth. It can be a t-shirt, any sort of cotton cloth. I'm going to lay it over my seam. You see the tape there. And now, try to do this one-handed here. I'm going to set you guys down. And I'm going to dribble just a little bit of water right down the seam where the tape is. Kind of soak it in. Alright. Now, make sure that that's right above where the tape is, and it is. Watch this. How about that? Nice and clean, nice and easy. Here, I'll do another one for you. Now, again, I just learned this. I'm still kind of tweaking it. That may or may not have been too much water, but as you can see, it kind of evaporates quickly. So what I'm assuming is happening is we're actually steaming the tape off as opposed to scraping it, which is probably better for the veneer, safer. So I'm actually going to just use what little water's left in the cloth here and see if that works. Alright, so that did not work quite as well. So you do have to add water each time. I sort of had a feeling there, so let's do that. Here we go. Look at that, it just comes right up. How about that? Man, that's awesome. If you're not as excited as I am, then you haven't been dealing with this stuff very long, because this is just, it's a pain to get off of, man. And that's because it's saturated with hide glue. designed to be sticky. So that's my trick. I hope you guys can use it.